Hey, this is Danielle, and today we're going to work on some DIY hostess gifts.
Hey, it's Danielle over at DIYDanielle.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make some little sachets or containers for anything you want to use as favors for when you travel. So I went to a trip recently, and I wanted to have small gifts for my roommates and also for my Airbnb host, and so I made them with these little baggies. They are little burlap bags, super cute. I will link the product in the description, but what I did is I filled them with like lavender from my garden. I also used a couple for soaps that I'd made. I made some felted soap. I customized them. As this was for my business, a second business, I actually customized it with my logo, and then I'm going to put the the lavender flower on the back for the ones that are lavender. The other ones are going to be felted soap, and they'll just have my logo. So let me show you what. Of course, I'm using my Cricut machine, and I have got my logo, which I had transferred into I had to have it converted into an SVG. This usually has a lot more color to it. However, because of the small size of these, I really needed something a little bit more simplified. So this is the simplified version. I also have some lavender that is right from the Design Safe software. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at your baggies. So I've already measured this, but I know that the max size I really want this, any design to be, is 3 inches, and probably want it to be a little under. And the max height is really 3.5 inches max. So just make sure you resize everything to the size you want. So I have this resized to 2.5, and I have this resized to a height of 3.5. You can go over to make it. Make sure everything's set up the way you want it. I've got some that are going to be on the mat and some without the mat. So I'm going to click multiple ways. Okay, so I've got this all set up, so it's on 4 different mats. We've got purple, pink, green, and black. I am going to be using smart vinyl for most of it, for the black, the green, and the pink. But I need to use a mat for the purple because I didn't have any smart vinyl for that. So I want to make 5 of these. Let's just do 5. And let's see what we can do. So when you're working with the smart vinyl, and the nice thing about this is the smart iron-on. So the nice thing about this is you don't need a mat, which I really like because it just saves me a lot of extra time. So with the smart vinyl, you're gonna go ahead, put it in, and then you'll press the go button.
Just note that you're doing everything the same as if you had a mat. It's being placed shiny side down.
So unlike your smart vinyl or iron-on, you are using a mat for this, or I'm using a mat for this one because I didn't have the color I wanted. So this is light purple, and it's face down. It's a scrap piece, and my design's only this long. So we're gonna put this in, we're gonna load it and hit go once I'm ready on my computer.
Okay, now that it's all cut, we're going to be weeding away any excess parts that aren't part of the design. So we're weeding around the stuff that was cut. Now we're going to work on ironing on our designs. Ironing it on is very simple, but we are working in layers because we have separate colors. And so I put the stems on, and then I am putting on the flower heads. I'm using the Cricut mini press at medium setting for 30 seconds, and I'm preheating the area, pressing each section for 30 seconds, and then adding my next color on.
So the one thing that I try to tell people about this is that, I don't know, it's very hard to see, but you can see it kind of here in the video. You'll notice that when the heat transfer really goes on well, you'll be able to see the texture of the fabric underneath. With something with burlap, like burlap, you really do see that pretty easily. You can even see it on here a little bit, even on the video. So you can tell it's on correctly when you do that. So on the other side, I want to do my logo, and I had to simplify the logo quite a bit. Otherwise it was really a big pain to cut. And that is just because my logo is fairly detailed, and this is a really small bag. If I was doing a bigger bag, I could get away with more. I was having a heck of a time trying to do all of this. So I'm going to start with this.
Okay, so again, I am doing some layering, and I need to be careful because when I'm pressing the opposite side, which you're supposed to do after pressing something, you do have design on there. So you want to cover it up so you don't melt the iron-on the opposite side that you already put on. So here I go, I'm just adding the flower in the middle, and that is really all there is to it. The last part is just filling up your bags, I used a smaller bag inside just to prevent leaking, and then I put that inside the main burlap bag. After that, I just tie it up, and you can add a tag or whatever you want to let people know what it is. I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Check out my blog post on this project at DIYDanielle.com. Take care.